Kohlberg developed 3 levels of morality: the pre-conventional morality, conventional morality, and post-conventional morality. Within each level, there are 2 stages. Before the age of 9, there are 2 stages that children progress through. Bearing in mind, Kohlberg wasn't asking infants about morality. These kinds of questions are really for children at the upper end of that age range. In the first stage, children would tend to argue that Joe should give the money to his dad, because if he doesn't, he'll get punished. This is where children are operating using someone else's law. They're being guided by rewards and punishment, rather than the morality of the issue. Their reasoning tends to be egocentric in the sense that they're mostly worried about what will happen to them, not about the fairness of the situation. When children hear a story like this one about Joe, children under the age of 9 are likely to be categorized as having a pre-conventional morality level. In the first stage, they have an individual perspective on pre-conventional morality. They're focused on concrete tangibles. Their focus tends to be fairly egocentric. For stage 2, children start to argue, yes, Joe shouldn't give the money because Joe can do whatever he wants with his money, and he wants to go to camp. This view is still egocentric, still worried just about the single person here, Joe, but now they're thinking a little bit about fairness and what bigger systems this fits into, that he should be able to do what he wants with his money. Okay, children reach the next level, Kohlberg's conventional morality level, somewhere between adolescence and adulthood. And keep in mind that Kohlberg's levels, the ages he gives are approximate. There's no exact age where kids should or should not pass, but they should go through each of these levels in order. At some point in time, around adolescence, children enter stage 3, which is the first stage of this level. They start to say that Joe shouldn't give his father the money because Joe sacrificed and worked hard, in good faith, to do something his father promised he could do. At this point, children are beginning to take a social and interpersonal perspective on these dilemmas. They're considering Joe's relationship with his father and how they're interacting, and also the idea that hard work should get you something. Children are starting to consider the perspective of someone who is a contributing member of society. By the time children get to stage 4, their answers get longer. They say things like, Joe has the right to refuse to give his father the money because in a general sense, respect for property is important for order in society. And by refusing to give the money, Joe will be upholding that principle. Here, children are reasoning about interpersonal orientations, as well as Joe's interaction with society as a whole. They're considering things like what kinds of common rights people have, societal expectations of possession, and having principles dictate behaviors.